Okay. Do you?
I do.
Are you?
I am.
Have you?
I have.
Have you been?
I have been.
Can you?
So sorry.
Can you?
I can.
Did you?
I did.
Were you?
I was.
Had you?
I had.
Had you been?
I had been.
Could you?
I could.
Will you?
I will.
Will you be?
I will be.
Will you have?
I will have.
Will you have been?
I will have been.
Will you be able to?
I will be able to.
Is it?
It is.
Is it being?
It is being.
Has it been?
It has been.
Has it been being?
It has been being.
Can it be?
It can be.
Was it?
It was.
Was it being?
It was being.
Had it been?
It had been.
Had it been being?
It had been being.
Could it?
It could.
Will it?
It will.
Will it be? Will it be?
It will be.
Will it be being?
It will be being.
Will it have?
It will have.
Will it have been?
It will have been.
Will it have been being?
It will have been being.
Okay. So this is all about warm-up questions. Okay. The examiner, now we come to the test speaking, part one. The examiner asks the candidate about him, herself, his, her, home, work, or studies, and other family topics. So
Okay.
example questions are, what do you say about games? Games are good or not good?
Games are good and it gives lot of health benefit and who's like those people who are play games and who play games and who involved in physical activities. They are very sharp and they are very creative and they have lot of temperament and they have lot of team building ability. So I think in my opinion every person should play games.
Okay. Now, tell me one thing. Do you think that video games are also good or not good?
I think I don't find any benefit which people get from video game because they give just stress and there are a lot of disadvantages and even the eyesights of player should be at risk and as well as if I talk about the physical games over the video games that give lot of benefit, lot of health benefit and lot of like they due to games, physical games, they become uh, strengthen, they give strength to the body. So I think in my opinion the physical game is better as if we talk about like video games.
Okay. So, do you think that playing video game is a kind of addiction? Because I have seen the children, they don't listen to parents, teachers, elders, and they don't show respect when they have indulged themselves with video games. That if they don't
Yes,
care about their own health, they don't care about their food, and they are heavily occupied with their video games like PUBG or don't know games that are like this.
yes, because the video game give ease for the players. If I talk about the physical games, it required sunlight, it required playground, it required accessories of that game. But in video games, you don't need any type of thing. You just have laptop or a computer, and you can engage your team member where whatever they are far away from you. You can, or you all of you can online and engage all of them and play game and make give challenges to each other
Mm.
for game. So I think that's why the children are having lot of addiction, and I don't think so it will come, the children will come out from it, and I think the parents should give more strictness. Otherwise, it will get a lot of disaster for the society, for the community, because the children waste their time which they have to give for their studies, but they spoil their precious time to play games, for play games.
One thing has also been noticed that the children who are occupied with video games, they not only they do not learn manners, they also grow aggressive. They sit idols on physical, or what they should say, detrimental effects are there, but at the same time they are very aggressive. They want to snatch and almost attack somebody. Things like they have behaved like this. So do you think that this is the video game and they are playing part in that?
Yes, I think you are right, because video game give lot of stress, lot of intolerance, and the children build change, children moods are changed, and like the children when the children face any failure in the games, then it reflect in his all days, in all the regular routine works. So it is quite common in our society, when children have some sort of mood swings, then they don't listen anyone, and they just but they become aggressive, and they have wildest behavior. So this is because of the video games which they play all the time.
Okay. Do you think that our social media, like TV, and in the past there was only radio? So when there was only radio, people were working and listening to radio. But now you see TV is there, social media is there. I see people all the time occupied with their mobile phones. I was previously I was thinking our soldiers on the border, they are less attentive to their guns. They are more attentive to their messaging, what message is coming and what message should go. So, do you think that we are the elderly people? We are also addicted to these. Social media is also a kind of game. So you see Facebook and WhatsApp, all these things. We cannot live without them. We sacrifice our time and all these things. Do you think that we should, the elderly people, we should also check ourselves? We should not give so much time to Facebook unless it is business. Okay.
Yes, you're right. It is very necessary for everyone to check, to limit their utilization of time to spend on social media or YouTube or those activities time uh, uh, which are uh, which are non-productive, and which because of those activities the people waste lot of time. So I think it is very important, but it will take place if when the people think it and realize how much time we waste on social media and other thing, and how we can give this time to our family, how we can this time to our relative and children, because they are very important, and maybe sometime they are neglected, or that's effect which create by their neglection will might be very dangerous for their future. So I think it is very important to save your time and give to their children and others.
All right. Now, you see, social media is so attractive that it has occupied all of our thinking, that very often we neglect our duties for being indulged with social media. Do you think that this is also a kind of addiction? Social media is
Oh,
also a kind, very much like video games.
yes, you're right. Like if I talk you about social media and the video games, so what is the difference?
Yes, yes.
I think the children are not allowed to. If I talk about the age between like 7 to 12 years, the children are not allowed to go for social media, because due to their parents they have some uh, they put some restriction, and they have some control with this condition, with this age range. But when we talk about games, even within the same age range, the parents allow them to play game, and the parents build their ability, the parents spoil their abilities to do some productive work, uh, because sometime parents wants to sometime parents wants to keep silence, and parents wants to avoid the noise which produces by their children. So that's why they allow them. They just keep them in one room, and they close that door of that room, and then uh, they involve like some sort of social. They engage themselves on social media, on their friends, on their relatives. And but if I talk about in adults, yes, the problem which created by video games in children is the same like the problem which created by social media uh, in adults, in adults. So the problem, the both problems are same, and even the children or the adults, both are addicted, and both are addicted by social media.
So, what solution comes to your mind? Should social media and video game be boycott, or we see we should boycott social media and video games, or we should give some time crazily, and then we will find someday fed up, and we will not look to video games,
I
and we
think
will not.
if when I talk about social media, like after pandemic, the world has changed, and even in the further, the world is not like that as the world was like before. So the people are shifted to online for everything. The business are shifted to online, and I think if I talk about regarding social media, in future, when all the job all earning opportunities on online, then the people will shift from social media to online earning. uh, it is increasing nowadays, and if I believe it will almost shift from social media to online earning in coming 10 years. So that's why I think it will be positive and good impact on the society. But if I talk about the time whose children are waste by video games, I think this should be limit. But I don't agree on it. We should ban for children to play games. Sometimes they feel stress, and sometimes they need some activity which is very necessary for the children. Otherwise they will become aggressive. And then maybe they think they even they think that when they feel their companion are playing games, and their companion are discussing about the game. So but our parents uh, uh, are put lot of restriction on us. So I think at that time maybe they feel complex, they feel some sort of like unfair. So the parents should should allow them to play game, but with certain limit and with certain time bound. Maybe parents allow them to play game for 1 hour in a day, or
Yeah.
maybe on they allow them to play game on weekends, on holidays. So I think there should be a balance between the students children studies and the games.
Okay. So very good illustration, good explanations, and I really liked it. And now we come to what they talk about this. What games are popular in your country? In Pakistan, what games are popular in your opinion?
If I talk about physical games, so the most popular game is cricket. Everyone is now about its games and its how to play, and how we can what are the things required for this game, for what are the accessories required for this game. It is very common, and every person in every home is now, and every even people want to watch with the same enthusiasm as they play. So I think the most popular game in physical category is cricket in my country. And if I talk about video games, there are a lot of, but nowadays the most popular and famous game in which the children make a big group on online, and they all are engaged and they all are communicate each other. That game is PUBG. So in few weeks before, government banned this game, but after some time, government released that ban. I think the initial step which government took, I think great. But after then, the government when released that ban, I think it's not a good decision So government should ban those type of game which are which for those the students the children become addicted because of those games. I think the government should ban them.
Okay, all right. In the past, when there were no video games, so people, do you think they had less entertainment, or there was a balance between entertainment and work? Because almost everybody was working, and entertainment was after the work. So, do
I
you
think
think
in
in
a
the
past
past there was
people,
balance between work and entertainment, and we are losing that balance today? Do you agree to that?
sir, just a second, just give me 1 minute.
Uh-huh.
ये बोतल भी लेके जाना, उन्होंने कपड़े मेरे कंधे पे रखा, कहना था और भी कुछ दे दूंगा, वो भी ले जाता हूँ, ताहा को नहीं ताहा को भी ले जाता. I think in past people maintain their balance between games and their free time because they did not have opportunity. They did not have opportunity to play games uh, after sunset. So, so are you hearing?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Okay, because they did not have opportunity to play games after sunset, so that's why they have a lot of time to maintain the balance between games and their free time, because they just play games sometime early in the morning, and they were just playing. They just were played game in evening times, but all the day they did work, and in evening after after 8 o'clock they preferred to sleep early, and they used to awoke in early morning. So I think that's why they were more healthy as compared to today's people, and they were more strong. So I think this was because of their playing habits and their manage their time management, in which they used to sleep earlier and they used to awake earlier.
So now, do you play any games? Hello?
I was playing. I was playing games in back a few years, but nowadays I don't play any game because it is very quite difficult for me to find some time for games, and but it is not good. I should have to play some game, uh, but I will try my best to find some time for games.
Do you think games and gyms, some people go for bodybuilding or other indoor gyms, so do you think they are the same, bodybuilding and playing games, they have the equal benefits or there is some difference?
No, I don't think so. They both have equal benefits. They both have different benefits because the games are like the physical games give you a lot of stamina. The physical game can give you to guide, to build ability, in your personality, how to do work, uh, uh, how to do work when you have a team, and how to uh, manage your temperament when you work with different mindset of people, and when you work different cultural people, how to manage it, because it builds temperament, it builds tolerance uh, in yours. But gyms just give you good muscles, good shape, good body shape, uh, which are not permanent, uh, but the games build permanent personality traits in you. I think the games are preferably more good, and it will also give you uh, those benefits which you take from gym as well.
One thing that came to my mind was, do you think that healthy and powerful lungs um, have more endurance, help people endure more?
Sorry, I did not understand the
You
question.
see, the one who has powerful and stronger lungs, he is better
Okay.
than a person who has more strength, muscular strength.
Yes, you are right. The person who has more powerful lungs, and he might be more powerful as compared to the person who has just muscular strength, because the both are different things. The both are the both don't have any link, because if the a person has more muscle, it is because of the exercise which he does, which he does, and a person is having good lungs because of this. He does not take he does not take smoking, and he uh, like he does running, and he does walk. That's that's gives her gives him some strength in his lungs.
In another word, I say that runners are better than builders, bodybuilders.
Yeah, you're right. Runners are better than bodybuilder, because runners uh, have more stamina, and runners have more uh, like ability to burn their calories,
Hmm.
because the gym don't. If a person uh, does person के साथ जाएगा दो आएगा.
Yeah? Person does.
But if a person does gym, then it uh, it might be very difficult to get to burn his calories. Um, and there are some advantages of gym as well, like your muscles become very good uh, when you when you do gym, but when you switch off, not switch off, when you don't go gym, and uh, then your muscle become flaccid. So it looks very ugly. So and the second, during your gym training activity, your intake uh, in, increases. That will also give you a lot of that. Because of this, your weight become more increased, and like you will have lot of problem because of your weight.
Now, let me talk about cricket. Why do you think cricket is a game or entertainment?
I think cricket is entertainment for those who are watching, and it's game for those who play.
I have seen the people playing, the players, the cricket players, in the playground. They are almost staying the whole day idle, doing nothing. You see, very rarely they have to run after the ball. And if somebody is running after the ball, maybe after 15 minutes, he will have to run again. It's not like hockey, cricket, or other games. So it's sometimes I say it's a game of the idle people. Am I right?
No, it's a part of game. It's the like the pattern of game. Some
You
people.
see, they throw 6 balls in 20 minutes. So is that a game or entertainment?
Uh, I think you are right. It's entertainment for those who are
No,
standing
no.
on.
I'm talking about the players. They throw 6 balls in
Okay.
20 minutes. So, will that be a game? Should I call it a game?
Yes, we should call. We should
Okay.
consider it as game.
I agree. I agree. All right. All right. Of course, it is. It needs exercise. Now, one they make a lot of practice. Okay, and in net practice, so I have seen them. They don't take 20 minutes to throw 6 balls. They almost throw one ball every minute. Okay, so
Okay. Yes.
almost they have, you see, balls lying, you see, at one place. They throw a ball and they pick and go back and they come back and they throw once again. They continuously they play, maybe for half an hour, 1 hour. So for fitness or for their skill, they make a lot of practice. But when there is actual playing, I have seen them that all day they keep staying, see, near the boundary. Ball very rarely comes to them, and they have to run. Okay, their great stamina is not running and catching the ball. Their great stamina is how to sit, how to stay idle, how to keep staying all the day. They can't sit, they can't lie, okay, because ball can come any moment. So it's a kind of, sometimes I feel pity. It's a kind of punishment. So a person has to say all and to be on two legs all the day. So good that they have some interval for water or a cup of tea or something like that. Okay, let's move to another one. How do people learn to play games in your country? I mean to say, are there any special club coaching people go to there, or just they learn automatically playing in the streets? How do people learn to
I
play
think
games in your country?
people people learn games in my country from school because schools provide grounds and they arrange uh, trainers for games and some PT teachers as well. But these facilities are available for those schools who are big and
Mm.
who have that capacity, but not everyone. But uh, it is uh, it is also very important. People play game on weekends, on their holidays when they go for outing in some park like some wildlife park, because there are a lot of space available, so people utilize that space and play games there. And so these are the places which helps for their learning.
Okay, now, one thing that comes to my mind is that gamers and people who play games, gamers ultimately become gamblers. Do you agree to that?
No, I don't agree on it. Not everyone become gambler, but yes, on some uh, some people uh, does involve in these activities, but not everyone, because it depend upon on other factors as well, on their company, on their friends' company, and on their family background and family grooming. These are all other important factors which make people to become for like for successful person, and to avoid for those gambler activities.
I mean to say, I feel it like this, that they first they follow some principles or some, you see, traditions that they follow. They have to follow it in the name of discipline. Okay, like obeying is one thing. So when you have to obey, so that means you cannot do on your own way. For example, if you have to, if they say, the seniors will say, don't make a six, and you will not make a six. You will just see let the ball go for one, or maybe you will not hit it very hard. So don't you feel this, that when it's obeying, then it may be, while obeying the orders, you may hit a six or two six or three six, or you may go out. So don't you think that this is a kind of gambling? And if somebody doesn't agree with that, he has to leave the ground, what they should say. They don't allow him to play international matches or things like this. Very often we see, I read in the newspaper issues that on discipline issues, very often they have come, what I should say, news in the newspaper.
Yes, you're right, and this happens because of lobbying, which is very common in teams. So that's why the lobby decides what uh, what are we going to win this match or not. So that's why they were not they don't follow the instruction of uh, their players, their senior players, and because they have some uh, benefits, and they maybe want to become captain. So that's why uh, they deliberately flop everything, and they deliberately create undisciplined thing, which give lot of problem for the captain.
So, do you think that the people should, you see, keep to the low level, should not go for national heroes or something like that? Uh, they should not become very
Yeah,
much
yes, you are right.
professional.
Those those people who have some
Who play on the bottom level.
unbiasedness, yeah, who play at the bottom level and have unfairness attitude. So these type of people will never go up, and will never uh, have some senior position because of their that negative attitude which they have. So that will never uh, that attitude will never give him to go up on their lives.
All right. Now, do you think it is important for people to play games? So you have already told me in detail that the people should play games, and we move come to the next part. And the instructions, and you will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. Now, the topic is that describe an open or street market which you enjoyed visiting. You should say where the market is, what the market sells, how big the market is, and explain why you enjoy visiting this market. So talk about a street or market where you enjoy visiting. Once you enjoyed visiting, it's a past.
Okay. Yes, I would like to tell you about open market, or which is I usually go there. But initially, I did not go there because I did not hear about that market. Few weeks before, my neighbor told me that Sunday market, which is near to my house, and he convinced me on it. The essentials which are available there are uh, very subsidized, and their quality is very good. So he convinced me you should go and visit there. So I went there
Hello.
before,
Hmm.
and I was surprised. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm hearing.
I was surprised to see the huge space in which market. I was surprised to see the huge space where the all stalls were there, and every stall was having good product, good essentials. And but first I visited the whole market.
Hmm.
Then I bought essentials for my homes, which were required, and uh, I felt that the prices were very low as compared to the prices uh, which we were getting from the big grocery stores or departmental stores. So I decided I always uh, uh, buy things from this market, and uh, the next it was huge, and it has around more than 100 stalls there, and everything was available, like vegetables, fresh fruits, and lot of stalls were there about for meat stalls, and the meat prices are uh, very cheap. So I like that market, and I also refer this market to my other friends and my uh, other relatives. So uh, I suggest I give suggest to them to buy things from this market.
Okay. How many big markets have you visited in Lahore, in your city? Like Shaharmi
How
market
many?
is there, Harwar market is there. Hello.
Yes, I visited Shahmi market. I visited Shahmi market, and I think it is very big, and it has lot of shops, and it is operated by it gives product to all over the Pakistan. So
Mhm.
people come and buy things from Shahmi market from all other areas, other cities. So I think it is very famous and very known market in my city.
Okay. Have you been to Harwar market or some other?
Yeah. I visited Harvard market because it is known as electronic market, and it is famous in all over the Pakistan. And the people uh, come for buying and purchasing, selling and purchasing for their mobile essentials and mobile accessories. So it is also very economical, and It has hundreds of shop there, and people does business, a huge amount of business from there. So I think uh, this market is very popular in my city.
All right. Now, the part three discussion topics is shopping at markets. Example question is, do people in your country enjoy going to open air markets that sell things like food or clothes or food objects, as you were talking about? Which type of market is more popular and why?
Uh,
Do people
I think
enjoy, or do people in your country enjoy going to open air markets when there are stalls or
okay, okay. I think people like to go for shopping for their essentials uh, in open market because of the prices are very reasonable, and they don't charge a lot of expense because they don't have a lot of expense. They just have one uh, one corner of shop, and they don't hire a lot of employees. They don't maintain their uh, utility bills. So that's why I think this is very economical and very good to buy things from open market as compared to other grocery stores or department store, because they are very expensive, and they have a lot of their expenses are a lot, so they put all their expenses on the product. So that's why it is very difficult for people to buy things from departmental stores.
all right. Now, the next question that comes in this line is that do you think markets are more suitable places for selling certain types of things? Which ones? Why do you think this is? Do you think markets are more suitable places for selling certain types of things?
I think yes, in uh, uh, some sort of you are right, the market are more suitable thing for selling and purchasing. But I think now the world has changed, and there are a lot of changes have been occurred. Like the market is shifted on online, and people want to do business online. So that's why the e-commerce is generated a lot of jobs for people to do work on online, and uh, to and this is also very helpful for the like for the consumer end. They want uh, their reach is very become very easy, and they get product through online uh,
Mhm.
with ease method.
All right. Now, do you think that young people feel the same about shopping at markets as older people? Why is that? Do you think
I
that
don't think
young
so.
people also like?
There is a big difference between the thoughts of young people and the old people, because old people prefer to go and buy things from old market, like whenever old people need to buy uh, something like suit, they always prefer to go in Azam market and to buy fruit from there. But if we compare it from the young people, they never go there. They prefer to buy suit from brands, and they buy things from renowned brands because they have to present themselves in a society with the symbol, with the status, and they compete themselves from other colleagues. So that's why they have uh, like uh, they uh, have to buy things from brands.
All right. So next is shopping in general. Now this is next topic, example questions. What do you think are the advantages of buying things from shops rather than markets? Do you think there is any advantage of buying things from shops rather than going to the market or wait for that?
I think I don't understand the difference between shop and market.
Is there any advantage? How is it better to buy things
Hey,
from shops?
what is
Disadvantages.
difference between shop and market?
Some people, there are some shops, easily available things from the shop, but a little expensive and maybe less variety. And in the market, there's more variety, and sometimes they are expensive as well. Less expensive. When you go to the market, markets are maybe less expensive,
Yes,
and there's
there
variety
are
as
some
well.
benefits like when you need anything which is very.
Do you see advantages? Are there any advantages to buy from shops rather than go
Okay,
to
there are some
market or
advantages
departmental
when you buy
store?
a product. Then go to market. There are some advantages when you buy product from shop, like
I
when
mean,
you need anything, any
what are
important
the
thing which
sorry.
you immediately
Hello, listen to me. What are the advantages of buying from shops? Are there
Yes,
advantages?
yes, yeah.
Um, uh, Tell me the advantages of buying things from shops. For example, if we have to buy something in a little quantity,
I am telling you.
a soap or shampoo or this, so we can easily go to the shop and buy from the nearby the house.
Yes, yes, I am telling you, if you need something on urgent basis, and
Uh-huh.
you don't go for buy from market because you required just 1 or 2 use. So in that scenario, you always prefer to buy things from shop which is near to your home. And because if you plan to go for market, it required maybe 1 day, and your full day will occupy for this thing. So that's why you don't take risk, because the time is very important for everyone. So you prefer to go near a shop and to buy things from.
Do you think
Okay.
that shopkeepers are more relating to your, what you should say, life? They have more attachment than the the supermarkets or the big market, or the staff of the big market. For example, if the shopkeeper knows you, where you live, and how many children you have, because your children also go there, and how many brothers, sisters you have, name of father, brother, siblings, and who is on your right, who is on your left. So shopkeeper has these details. Especially, I have seen that in a street, the shopkeeper knows almost all the people living in the street. And when you go to the market, the staff there hardly knows you, where you come from, what is your name, your father's name, how many children you have, all these things. So do you think that shopkeepers have more personal attachment with you rather than the staff of the supermarket? Hello? Hello?
Yes, the shopkeeper who is doing job. Hello, sir. Are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Sure. Okay, the shopkeeper who is doing job in small in a shop, he has good relationship with children. He knows everyone in the home, and sometime whenever someone called him and ask for products, and he provide you all products at home. And this is the big benefit which I which we see when you buy thing from a shop which is uh, near to your home. uh, Even then, if you feel that you are paying more, even then it is quite justifiable, because rather you required a vehicle, and in which uh, you use petrol, which is also very expensive, and it is also some cost. Then you go you then you s- you spend your full day, if you plan to go market, because in my city uh, there are there are a lot of traffic jam, which everyone face, even when uh, people come out in evening. So I think it's not wise decision. You go for market to buy very less things. So it is good for them if they go to nearest shop and buy things from there.
All right. Now, the next question is that how does advertisement influence what the people choose to buy? It is still for everyone to see how much advertisements are playing part in making selection of the things that we buy. Is
I
everybody
think
affected in the same way?
yes, it is a very important tool which the companies are using nowadays, because everyone has mobile, and I think more than the time which they utilize, 70% of their time they utilize on mobile phone. So the company take benefit for it, and they give lot of sales, they give lot of new trends, and they give on advertisement of everything which is new, and they give some aggressive sale promotion, which appeal the people. Even the people have those things, and even they don't need, even then they buy things from online because of advertisement. And sometimes they influenced by advertisement, but they buy a product physically, and they plan to go market and buy a product from there.
All right. The last question that comes about today's test is that here is it that do you think that any recent changes in the way people live have affected the general shopping habits? Why is this? Do you think that some new habits have been introduced, have come to our notice in the matter of buying things? I, for me,
Yes, no,
yes, carry on.
yes. Nowadays, the people has changed their shoppings, their shoppings patterns, because of their habits. Like in previously, people did not have technology as much common, and people did not have, and even the companies are not uh, were not creating lot of advertisement which they could use on social media, because at that time there were no concept of social media. So by time, as the technology evolved, when the every person has mobile phone, and they have access to internet in any area. So then the companies are aggressively work on these things, like they give promotion, they give new deals, and even when you buy things from online, it is low price as if you compare product from the store. So these are, I think, things which I realized.
All right. It was a very good interview, and that I have talked to you, and you are naturally speaking with more confidence. Happy to see that, and hope to see you
Okay.
tomorrow. And
Okay, sir.
will you be available tomorrow as well? Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
any?
I will be available.
Okay, okay. When you back, just give me a message, and I will be online.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
dear.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Have
so
a
much.
very good night
Okay,
and
sir.
sweet dreams.
Okay, sir. Okay, enough.
Allah Hafiz. Take care.
Thank you. Enough is enough. Enough is.